All right, all right, all right.
You lead it this time because I did it last time.
Yeah, well, welcome back to the Water and Time podcast featuring your hosts. I'm Will.
I'm Alan, episode 4 of Water and
Yeah,
Time.
we're ready to flow with you. So keep your mind open and the water flowing,
Sit back,
coming,
and
dripping.
before you know it, time will have
Yeah,
passed.
time will pass. We'll,
That's
we'll work on that post-op.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't know what that is.
You know,
Wait,
dude, you
what?
have to know what this is, dude.
Wait.
Don't you like do stories on like anime and like,
Wait a
come on.
minute. Oh no,
Think
no,
about one
no.
of the best made American animes.
Oh, see, that's where I fail because I think American anime is my weak point. Because I haven't
Well, I
seen
mean,
like a
it's
lot of
usually not
people.
as good, but this is the one that actually was probably one of the largest mainstream American anime.
Dude, just tell me the name and then
Really? You can't? Do you want to
no,
guess at all?
no,
Like
like,
who it is? Like, did you?
can I
Does it
get a
look
multiple
familiar?
choice? Because I legit don't know. Like,
It's from Avatar: The Last
see, I
Airbender. That's
haven't seen it. Yeah,
awesome,
that's why
dude.
I
You
figure it might
haven't
have
seen
been
that
from that, but I
show?
haven't seen it. No, I haven't.
You've
Yeah.
never seen that? Dude, that's like
No,
one of
it's been
the
on my
top rated
list for a
animes.
while. Yeah, like I'm
Damn, dude,
okay
that
saying that
shit's
it's one of the best anime, even though I haven't seen it, just because everyone else has
yeah,
said that it's
yeah.
the one of the best
That's
stories. And
crazy.
when the Fire Nation attacked, and
Yeah, how have you never seen that before? Like even growing, because it's old now, but even growing up, you never watched it. It was on Nickelodeon.
no, I
You never
just
saw it
never watched it. Never
because you were
watched it.
watching WWE instead,
I was
huh?
watching. I
Dude, did
was
you watch
watching
the finals?
booking wrestling.
Did you see that shit?
Wait, see what the?
Well, I guess not finals of WWE, but it was John Cena's last
Yeah,
thing.
of course,
I
of
was
course.
busy
That
doing it, so I
was
couldn't join you. Tell me about it,
man.
dude.
That was it. Was such an emotional
Dude, did
match,
you get a
dude.
little teary?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Did you get a little teary, dude?
I mean,
Hell
do you
yeah.
mind spoilers? Because I was gonna rant about it.
I'm gonna be honest. I probably will never watch it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That's
yeah,
fine.
you can get into it. I was
Well, what kind of
researching on
questions
it.
did you have about it, if any?
So first question, I watched like some clips on it.
Yep.
John Cena, like his thing is like a military salute, like a
Yeah.
U.S. military army salute, right?
Yeah.
Has he ever actually been in the military or army before?
Well, funny story. I was watching one of his interviews and he
Yeah,
was telling a story about that. So, he was in LA, like he moved to LA after college because he wanted to do more with his degree, which is in like athleticism, fitness, and stuff. Um,
sure.
he didn't really want to be like doing a 9 to 5 job, and
Hmm.
he was gonna join the Marines in San Diego because they had a training camp there. He knew that he was gonna get paid, they were gonna feed him, he'd have like some
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stability there. So he was ready to
sure.
do that. But then his friend had asked him, "Hey, you talk about this WWE thing, wrestling a lot. Like they have a tryout thing in Orange County, just right over in LA area. Do you
Mm.
want to try going for it?" And then Tino was like, "This was like the week before he was gonna go down to San Diego and
Okay.
join
Yeah,
the
San Diego's
Navy."
a big military hub. So
Yeah.
he never was in the military.
No,
That's the
but
answer to the question.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was just wondering where he adopted the salute. But I guess no one's pissed off that he's doing it. I mean, he probably loves the troops and everything, right?
Yeah, he has a big, profound respect for them. So
Yeah, yeah. I
that
guess it's a yeah. I just thought that was interesting. I'm like, oh, this is yeah. Where did he get that from? Because he always has like army decor, but is his persona in the WWE world? Is his persona like around the military at all, or in the army? Like, who is he in the WWE
dude,
world?
John Cena is
I
hustle,
didn't know that. Yeah.
loyalty, respect, man. Just the
Oh,
embodiment of those
oh,
three
yeah.
lifestyles. Never give up,
Damn, dude.
just like, keep moving forward kind of thing. So
Damn,
he's like
dude.
the superhero. He's the GOAT. I think it's like always his energy. Like when he was like the most active, it's always been electric,
Sure.
and he's always gotten a reaction from the crowd, from like boos
Yeah, they
to
love.
cheers. Oh, they hated him for quite a few years. There was a period where they
When?
just like,
Whoa! I have never heard of it. They hated him.
yeah, the
The goat of
character.
WWE was hated at one point.
So
What? Tell me
Cena
about it,
joined
dude.
in 2002. So when he was, I
Okay.
think, 25, and
Okay.
then he got like escalated pretty quickly. Like he won the WWE championship 3 years later in 2005. So he
Mm-hmm.
was heavily pushed, even though he was like relatively new. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just like kept being the staple face of the company, and people got tired of Cena winning all the time when they felt
Because
like
like
that
that's
other
I feel
talent
like
should
even
be
I
winning.
recognize that as like John Cena being the big winner.
Yeah,
So people kind of were like, "Oh, he's always winning." Like where you need some difficulty, right? You need some challenges.
yeah, there would
You
be
need like an
matches
enemy.
where he's like
Yeah,
struggling. Like there's this big other dude that's just putting
sure.
him down the entire match. Cena's always at a disadvantage, and then towards the
Yeah,
end, Cena gets one move in and then just pins the dude, and it's
yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah,
And it feels like
yeah.
there's like, even though you hustle loyalty and respect, sometimes it feels like you're too much of a superhuman, too much
Yeah,
of a
yeah. I mean, if
Superman.
you know what's gonna happen the whole time, right?
Yeah, so it stopped
Like you watch
being
all this knowing.
yeah, it stopped being like believable. There's no tension in the story because we know that Super Scene is gonna come through. What's with your
Yeah, we
webcam?
gonna win. I
What?
feel that way sometimes like, when I
Okay.
watch some anime, dude. That's why I kind of stopped watching some of the shonen anime
Yeah.
because it's always the same shit. It's like, oh, we know the main hero, he's gonna have a hard time, but he's always gonna win. That's why I, like when Attack on Titan came out too, dude. That
Yeah.
like that was also why I think that show it was different because people are getting killed off and shit. Like the storyline, like people just die. Like it was so unexpected compared to most of those animes where you have the main
Yeah,
character,
especially
an
compared with Game of
amazing
Thrones
good person.
too. Yeah, where
Yeah,
you
Game
have
of Thrones is a great
consequences
example
for your
too.
actions, even if you're like the most
Exactly.
nicest person in the world.
Yeah,
Like actions
you
you
can just get
make will have
unlucky.
consequences. Unlucky, no matter how much you want to give up or you don't want to give up.
Yeah, and like
Sometimes like
also people they build like a relationship with this person. They have like you love a character so much, right? And then boom, they're gone. That was
yeah.
not John Cena. It sounds like John Cena was
No,
winning
yeah, John
everything.
Cena.
Yeah.
There's during like 2005 to I think I would say
Hmm.
like 2012, 13 even like just Cena was always on top. There was just like
Wow. So when did he like for 8 years or so? 05 to
so '05 was when he was like
13.
I would say like 2005 he was essentially the face of the company, and then
That's
he
fast. 3 years.
yeah, and
That's
then
impressive.
he held
Wow.
that position until like 2017. So for 12 years, that's when he started being more part-time because he got more
Yeah.
involved into Hollywood movies and
Yeah, he
such.
went. He'd been like an actor and stuff, right?
Yeah, but during those 12 years, it was definitely Cena was on top. Uh, There are a lot of like other people in the company that people wanted to be pushed to get to main
Yeah.
event status and stuff. Like there was a NXT situation, a Wade Barrett situation where like the story called for like these guys who beat the shit out of Cena, and then
Hmm.
they were like pushing this dude, and then Cena just like buries him basically at
Yeah, he
one of
like
the
comes
flagship
in right
events.
and just wins.
Yeah. Yeah, and then even like Cena like years later he's like, "Oh yeah, like after reflecting that was the wrong choice."
I mean, but
He
do you
was
think
in
he's
a
making those decisions? Like that's a higher up decision thing, right?
those
These are
are
like the
higher ups,
executives.
but
Yeah, like he doesn't have a say in it, I imagine.
no, even with like, but people with like Cena who have the seniority and the the
Mm.
aura in the company, you can definitely influence decisions.
But yeah, I think
So
you're right. That makes sense.
I think companies always take in creative talent, even if they don't
Mm.
want it. But yeah, of course, they're the ones that make the decision at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I think ever since Cena became part time, then that's when he
yeah,
started being cheered more and just
yeah. He
because he
kind of
wasn't
left
in
the
the spotlight all the
spotlight.
time. But it's like
Yeah,
the whole you don't know what you have until it's gone kind of thing, where
yeah,
his
absolutely.
appearances became so sporadic, where like when it did become a thing, like when
It's
he
hyped
did,
up, right?
yeah, it's hyped up. It's like people are excited to see him, and they know he's probably not going to win a championship because you have other guys at the top now. You have
Yeah, that's
like,
good.
the Roman Reigns and the Seth Rollins and such.
Other people.
So it was like, he's kind of doing his job, right? Because, you can only have so many faces of the company, but while you're the
Yeah,
face of the company needs to be building up the next generation of people because like a
absolutely, absolutely.
superstar, like, they say they have like 5 years of lifespan as the top person because, in your early 30s, even late 30s, you're like in your prime. But then as
Yeah.
you get older, then it's harder to sustain the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, professional wrestling is actually pretty dangerous. Like, there's lots of injuries that happen. It's
Oh,
very
for
physically
sure.
demanding.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why they
it,
say don't try this at home. And That's,
Yeah, no, no,
like
it is
literally
like
don't try that shit
yeah.
at home unless you're professionally trained on how to do it.
No, I used to go to a boxing gym a little bit in like South Lake Union in Seattle, and they had a professional wrestling class, um, and like those guys would come in and they'd be doing like 50 to 100 squats with their warm up, and they were all like built,
Yeah.
and it wasn't just men too. It was like women who were also fucking built,
Yeah.
and it was really intense. It was like pure bodybuilding along with like some type of acting and just getting comfortable being on the stage and interacting with other people. Because the stuff they do, like if they mess up in any way, they could hurt other people. They could hurt themselves. Like the stuff they're getting extreme air, they're heavy, all these moving parts, you know. So it
Yeah.
was really impressive to see that, and it made me respect it a lot more
Yeah.
than just like storytelling. It's a lot very 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 physical.
Yeah, safety is a big part of it. There have
Yeah,
been incidents in the past few years where people have had to retire because like something
yeah,
happened in the ring where
yeah,
like basically someone botched a move and then that
yeah,
person like
yeah,
sustained a big neck injury that just put them
yeah.
off the ring for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it's dangerous,
And then
dude. Like
you
any
feel like
any
really
athlete.
bad about it because you just took someone that's like 35 that still had many more years of entertainment and value that they could provide, but then
Yeah.
sometimes you fuck up and
Well, it's like all athletics, right? Like think about all the
yeah,
people who had a really promising career and never even got into the spotlight because they just didn't. They got injured before they can make it,
yeah,
right?
it's
Like they never even had a chance. It's a
it's very
rough
unlucky.
world out there with athletics. But I agree. Like I think you see this also in other areas where you have one person represent the face of the sport, right? NBA has LeBron right now.
Yeah, and
Baseball
then
has Shohei Ohtani.
yeah, and at
So
some point like they're not going to be always playing forever.
yeah,
They,
exactly.
they say that like athletes they die twice, once when they retire and then
Yeah,
when they actually go to the ground.
yeah.
So it's like, the athleticism of whatever sport that they're in, it's a very big part of who they are. It's like addicting to come out to the crowd noises, seeing
Oh
all the
yeah,
people
dude.
cheering for you. Like that stuff is super, super addictive.
No, it's like celebrity status in a way. I think that's a very U.S. thing is to push kind of celebrity status. You see it in politics now too, right? It's like people are just little celebrities.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah,
Yeah, the energy when you make these political decisions. Oh yeah.
yeah, you know, I mean, it's all entertainment now.
Oh
It's
my
it's pretty
god.
crazy. So what
What's
you wait? We gotta get back to this a little bit though, because I want to hear a little summary of what actually happened on
sure?
John Cena's last night.
Yeah.
So you're
I'll,
shedding some tears. When did that happen, Alan?
yeah,
Like,
I'll give you like a summary of the past year.
yeah,
So like in
yeah, yeah.
summer 2024 last year at the Money in the Bank in Toronto,
Hmm.
Cena
Hmm.
announced that he's gonna be retiring in 2025 and that
Okay.
2025 would be his retirement tour. Like this would be the
Oh, okay,
last
okay.
time that you see Cena in ring action. Like he'll still be
So this
involved.
year. Okay.
Yeah, he'll still be involved in behind the scenes or even like on screen personality, but for in terms
Sure.
of professional wrestling in the ring,
Like
like
in the
yeah,
ring.
he's gone. He's gone. They say that no one really retires in wrestling because they always come back, but
Yeah.
but he's really saying that I'm serious. You will not see me again. So
Do you think that's
that's
true though? Do you think he will come back in a
I
few
think
years?
based on like all the years of Cena that I've seen, I believe this one. Like
Do you believe it?
no, I genuinely like Cena as a person from everything I've seen. Like just
Yeah.
like no, I find he's a very humble and genuine dude. Says some weird stuff from time to time, but for the most
I mean, who
part,
doesn't?
yeah. I
But
mean,
he's also like a media trained guy, right? I feel like if you're like the face of any sport, like you're so valuable, right? You have lots of training when it comes to you interacting with the media and so on, right?
yeah. But I do think Cena is quite genuine. Like the way he
That's nice.
talks, I
Yeah.
feel like that's actually how he lives his
Yeah.
life. Like he lives according to what he states his beliefs are: hustle,
Mhm.
loyalty, respect. But yeah, so 2025, that's been the retirement tour of John Cena. At the beginning of the year, he turned heel, which he hasn't done for 20 years. So that was like,
What does that mean to turn heel?
yeah, so in professional wrestling, you have a face and a heel. So a face tends to be the good guy, the heel tends to be the bad
Ah,
guy. And Cena has been a
ah.
face like basically all of the past 20 years. He's been the
Oh
goody two
wow.
shoes. He's never prone to corruption. He'll never do
Mm-hmm.
bad things in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
even when his opponents do it to him. So like when he turned heel in February, that was like probably the greatest heel turn of all time because like the way that you make a
Oh,
heel turn, it can really hype up a crowd because it shows that there's a new direction with your character. It excites them as to what you're going to do and also the
yeah,
motivations
yeah.
as to why. So yeah, lots of reasons behind that. But you know, even though he turned heel, that it was a good heel turn, but a lot of people say that his run as a heel was mediocre and very controversial
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
best follow up to 20 years of build up
It was like
basically.
it felt kind of rushed then. Like it was really quick. Like
Yeah.
why do we think it wasn't a good
Yeah,
heel
and
turn
I
to them?
think a lot of it was because of this whole year thing. It's like we knew that Cena was retiring on December 13th,
Mm,
so that
mm.
he had to retire. And he's not going to retire as a heel. Like he's probably going to retire as a face, right? Because why would you retire as a
Oh,
heel?
so he kind of went back to was he a face in the
Yeah,
last
eventually.
show?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Ah,
had
so
like
yeah,
some few
okay.
storylines where they tried to convince Cena, "Hey, like this is not you. Like this is not
Mm,
the Cena we know and stuff." And there's some
I got you.
truth to that. But yeah, overall, I'd say it was rushed, but it got me talking, it got me thinking, and I enjoyed, being there for the ride.
Hmm.
But yeah, the come up for this final event was that he's wrestling Gunther, who's like this really big, mean dude, who
Is he a
also
face or is Gunther
he's a heel.
he, he's okay, okay.
Yeah, and Gunther also retired Goldberg last year, and Goldberg's been one of the big names in WWE like 20 plus years
Oh, you're
ago.
saying he retired him, he like beat him or whatever,
Yeah,
and
in
then
the
then
last
they
in
retired.
the retirement
Okay, okay.
match. So Cena was
Oh, wait,
like,
there's a retirement match, but it's out. You gotta. They have a retirement match in WWE, so it's like the loser has to retire.
that's one of the
What does that mean?
stipulations, but a retirement
Okay,
match these days tends to mean that hey, this is my last match.
okay, okay. Before they're okay, okay.
Yeah, and I'm gone after this.
That
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
on
Okay, okay.
this past Saturday was Cena's last match, his retirement
Wow,
match.
wow.
And they had to make a quick build up for it because just due to the nature of this being the last run of Cena, because
Yeah.
they fit in a lot of stuff in a year, which things like this they tend to expand, they tend to extend across several years of
Hmm.
storytelling and matches, but everything was
Hmm.
condensed into one year.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that sounds fast, especially after like a 20-year long career
yeah,
to
of
just have.
being
I mean, because
face, and then we didn't
yeah, because
really,
the storyline was probably years and years in development, right? Of
yeah,
John Cena, so to have it all change in 1 year's,
yeah.
I can see people being
Yeah,
upset about that.
the pretty much it was a good match. Cena being
Hmm.
who he is and his physicality at
Yeah,
age 48, I think he is. Gunther's like
yeah.
36, 37. Gunther's very good, very very good professional wrestler. But yeah,
Hmm.
it was towards the ending. Basically, Cena has never tapped out since like 2003 or 4.
Oh, there's a tap out? I know there's like you can be pinned, but you can
Yeah.
also tap in professional wrestling. Like you can tap
Yeah, so
out.
you win by
Uh,
pinfall or submission.
yeah.
And Cena
Oh, there's
has
submission. Oh, I didn't know that in wrestling. Okay, okay.
Yeah. And Cena's never tapped out, like ever. So a part of the
Hmm.
buildup was Gunther saying that I'm gonna make Cena tap out because Gunther's been
Oh,
tapping
okay.
out, making a lot of people, his past opponents, tap out a lot with his sleeper uh, finisher.
Does he have like a rear naked choke? Like what type of
Yeah,
hold is
it's
it? Do you
basically
know?
just like choking you while he's behind
Yeah,
you
rear naked.
and choking you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because that is like an actual choke, like in jujitsu.
Yeah.
He's like a rear naked. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Damn. So he's
Gunther
out here
got it
tapping
in on
people.
Cena, and then Cena fought
Hell
through
yeah.
though, because Cena doesn't give up, right? And then
Yeah,
so
yeah, of
Cena
course.
fights through it. He hits Gunther with one of his finishers, and then
Okay.
but it was like a really tired Cena because it was like
Yeah,
his
dude.
one last go, but then Gunther
Sure,
like
sure.
suddenly gets up and then surprises Cena by
Ooh,
getting him from behind. And this
ooh.
chokehold goes on for a good like 5 to 10 minutes, where it's like, wait, is Cena gonna get out of this? Does he have enough power to get
Do
out of
they do
this?
they lock it in like at the elbow too and get their hand behind the head
Yeah,
like an
yeah, it's pretty much
actual
like
rear
this.
naked? So he had like a full on rear naked choke. Okay.
Yeah, and it's safe, of
Damn.
course, right? But yeah, Cena like he's like getting out, but then he's like Gunther's not letting go of this. Like Gunther's
Yeah, I
like
mean 5 10
getting him
minutes is a
back
long
into
time.
position,
Sure,
and
sure,
then
sure.
Cena's in this position for like 2 plus minutes, and he's still
Damn.
trying to get out, and then like he suddenly like
And the
slows
crowd's
down a bit.
roaring,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
the crowd's like,
crowd's
"Come on,
they're
Cena,
all
let's go,
super
Cena,
hyped on
let's
their
go,
feet.
Cena,"
Yeah, like
because
come
everyone
on.
wants to see Cena win his retirement match.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And then towards the end, then Cena like slowly starts to fade away, and the
Mm-hmm.
ref like they like put your hand up and see if it falls
To
down
see if
three
you're
times in a
conscious.
row. Yeah, so it falls
Yeah.
down
Okay.
twice, and then
Oh
and
shit!
then for the third race, Cena doesn't let go. Like he doesn't
Oh
drop it
shit!
all.
That's
So it's like he's
fine.
still in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's this look on his face where he's like he's kind of like accepting things. He's like
Sure,
starting
sure.
to like just sleep a little.
Trying
And
to fade
he
away a little bit.
yeah, he
Yeah.
fades away a little bit. He puts a smile on his face, like gives a little smile,
Ooh.
and then he taps out.
Oh, damn! So he does that. He accepts it, right? Like
Yeah, he
you
accepts
see
it,
all those
and
emotions in his face, and just when you're bawling, like just when you
yeah,
get a little bit teary, it's
and
like, oh
then
my god.
dude, the audience just completely
Sure.
deflated. Like there was
Oh
so much energy,
damn.
and then once Cena tapped, they were like, "Holy
Oh,
shit,
I
Cena
love
tapped!"
that though.
I
I
was like,
love
"What the
that.
fuck? He
No, because
tapped?"
people aren't expecting it, right? I love that
Yeah,
person. That's a great decision by the writers.
yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
I think my emotions have like fluctuated over the past like 24 plus hours, and getting in new
Sure.
perspectives and such. My first
Yeah.
thought was, I'm kind of bummed out that he lost his last his retirement match.
Sure.
But
Sure.
then I read a comment that said, you know, everyone was saying, "Oh, why did Cena give up? His whole motto is hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up," kind of thing. But he gave up
Mhm.
in his retirement match.
Mhm.
So and then I saw a comment that said, "No, actually, Cena didn't give up. He let go." And I was like, "Wait, that makes a lot of that like that resonates with me because
Mm.
I've always thought that wrestlers want to go out on their own terms. Like
Sure.
they want to
Sure.
leave like in a good place, and their bodies can sustain it. But Cena has stated in interviews that he's not really going out on his own terms because he's addicted to the energy of the live audiences. He's
Mhm.
addicted to doing this, to
Mhm.
performing this. But it's because of his body.
Oh.
Like he's 48, his body can't keep up.
So that's the narrative is like I understand. Okay. Okay. That he doesn't
Yeah,
really
like
want to go.
mentally, you
Yeah.
don't want to let go. You don't want to let go of this stuff, but it's
Sure.
like if your
Sure.
body can't keep up, you're sort of disrespecting the audience because you can't put on a great show for them. Because your
Yeah. I mean that
physicality
makes sense too.
disallows you from
Especially
doing that.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Especially with like the fact that he didn't actually pass out, right? It's like because he
yeah,
actually
yeah.
did
He
it
didn't pass out.
on his own accord, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
interpretation right now is that it's like you sort of have this weight on your shoulders as
Yeah,
being the
dude.
face of the company, having to represent the entire company, having to be at every show. And then, it's like finally his body gives up. And instead of forcing things to go through, Cena accepts it.
Dude, what an
And
emotional fucking whirlwind. Holy.
I find that
Dude, how have those
quite
24 hours been to you,
poetic,
dude? Like,
man.
were you able to go to work today? Like,
Yeah, it was on Saturday, so the event was on Saturday. So I took time
yeah,
on
how do
Sunday
you,
to just like kind of
yeah.
just like gather all my thoughts and listen to other people's thoughts, content
Yeah, like,
creators'
how do you do
thoughts.
that too? You're just kind of researching around. I'm sure there's a big Reddit community, all these
Yeah,
commentators, right?
yeah. I don't know. I think about this stuff a lot because like Cena's someone that like whose entertainment that I've appreciated having for the past 20 years.
That
Like
dude, that
I'm a
like you
fan.
grew up with that shit too. Like like you're
Right,
watching that in middle school, right?
right. I was watching it in
Yeah,
middle
that's a big
school.
deal.
It's like I grew up with this dude in my life, kind of thing, in a
Yeah, yeah,
in a
yeah.
respectfully non-parasocial way.
Sure,
And then to
sure.
see that this is the last time you see him, and he accepts it. That's what I like about it. It's that
Mm.
in the past few years, you've had a lot of retired wrestlers come back for one more match. Usually because there's a big sum of money that like Saudi Arabia is offering you to perform
Well, there's
one
like a lull
another
too, maybe in
time.
viewership, and they have to get that back up.
Yeah, and
I
the
can see
matches
that,
there are
yeah.
just shitty because they just can't
Wait,
perform very well.
sorry, did you say that Saudi Arabia, do they actually have their own wrestling events over in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
Because they're getting into
they've
like
had
lots
some,
of sports
yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah, like in the past few years, you've had like legends like The Undertaker and
The
Goldberg,
Undertaker
and
came back?
yeah,
No,
yeah, they
really?
come back, and it's just like
Even I
terrible.
know who that is. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
they're just getting the
terrible, and then
bag,
you're like
dog.
messing up moves all the time in the ring, and it just looks so awkward, and
Yeah, because
it's
they haven't
just
actually
sad
practiced.
because you're kind of tainting your legacy in a
Yeah,
way.
but dude, they're getting that money though, right? Like that's just the trade-off
Yeah,
for
I mean,
cash.
like a rich dude gets even more rich, but like, how much rich do you want to
Yeah.
be before you
I
like
mean, but
forsake
you could say that
your
about Ronaldo's in Saudi Arabia, right? Like they're all doing that. They just building
As
up their
far as I know,
budget.
Ronaldo is still really good in the in the
Yeah,
sport in
but like
football.
yeah, but he also went to Saudi Arabia. I know they got into golf too recently. There was a big comedy festival that was over there. Like with
Yeah.
Saudi money, they're really diversifying off oil. So
Oh,
you're
for
seeing it go
sure.
into
Yeah,
sports,
they're also
comedy.
betting on esports too. They're like paying a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah, the
or
esports
putting a
are
lot of
huge,
money into the
right?
esports scene.
Also, a lot of like venture capitalism and like tech companies in Silicon Valley. A lot of
Yeah,
it's Saudi money. The
I
Netflix
bet.
thing actually, we were talking about this before. The Paramount deal, part of that is sponsored with Saudi Arabian money. It's just you know,
Yeah.
you need money. They got it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone has a price,
Literally, dude. No.
right?
And also, I'll be honest, I think John Cena's gonna come back, dude. There's no way he's done. He's too important, dude.
No,
Maybe
I
it's gonna
think
take a
he's
few
done,
years.
man. I
I don't know
think
if
he's
he's gonna
done.
like Saudi Arabia, but dude, I think mark my words, when he comes back, all right, my guess in the next 5, 10 years, he'll be
Uh,
back in the ring.
Like
He'll be back.
you think he'll be like going against his word? What are you saying right now?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, I
Oh
think that's just how it works.
shit.
You'll see a lull in WWE viewership, right?
Sure.
Or you'll see it get a little bit down, and then like, all right, we gotta get viewership back up. How do we do that? We gotta bring in John Cena, and they go to him and they give him an offer he can't refuse, right?
Yeah, this is
Like,
such a
yeah,
this is
that's
such a
just
like a
my, I guess. I could be wrong. Yeah,
it's it's like a disrespect to the art in pursuit of more like money or whatever, which is like a shame because it happens. Like I get it, but I think Cena respects himself and like the
the
fans
audience.
uh like
I
genuinely
well, I
to
mean,
where
yeah,
I don't
we'll
believe it, but
see,
we'll see, man. We'll
we'll see,
see.
we'll see, we'll see.
We'll
Because
see.
it's a character, right? At the end of the day, it's just a character. So
Yeah, I
that
mean
that
he'll
that
be
like
back
is
for sure
writing.
for like on-screen personality,
Yeah.
like in a suit and tie.
Oh, oh,
Right. So
oh,
that's
okay,
what
okay.
I'm yeah, he won't
Oh,
be
you mean
like
like actually being in the
wrestling.
ring?
Yeah, he
Like
won't be
actually being in the
wrestling.
ring.
Yeah,
Okay, you
like
know
he
what?
won't
Never
have a
mind then.
match with anyone else. That's what he
Okay,
said.
okay. So after you retire, you can still be involved in other parts of it. Like
Yeah.
you can still
Yeah, he's
show
40.
up
Yeah, yeah. You still see
and be on
legends on
TV.
screen on the time. Yep.
Okay, okay. Then in that case, I don't. You know what? No, I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna say in 5, 10 years he'll be back in the ring, dude.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
believe. I believe. I got some copium on me.
Yeah,
If the
okay.
Undertaker's coming back, dog, that's like the one name I actually recognize from when I watch it. I knew the Batista bomb, like
Oh yeah.
what was his name? Batista? What
Yeah,
was his
Dave
name?
Batista. Yeah, the animal
I know
Batista.
Batista. Yeah, dude. And then the Undertaker was my guy when I was
The dead
13
man.
watching that shit
Oh shit.
on
Not the
Fridays or
dead man.
whatever. And like he had that choke where he would like choke somebody up and throw him to the
Yep, the
ground.
choke slam, man.
Yeah, the choke
The
slam. Yeah,
choke
dude. So
slam.
if the Undertaker's coming back, dude, I think John Cena will be back.
All right,
We'll
man.
see.
Hey, man. When after 10 years, when Cena doesn't actually do anything in the ring, you should buy me like 10 drinks to make up for every year. No,
Sure.
every
Yeah,
every year Cena doesn't do this, you owe me another drink.
I'm down. I'm down. But what if he does do it? What do you owe
Then
me?
I
A hundred
I
drinks?
double. Yeah, I double whatever. How many drinks you got me?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure. Sure. We can
yeah.
do
There
that. We
we
can do
go.
that.
All right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because
just
it
to
sounds like I'm the one. I have less of a chance of winning, so I need a good,
you
a
need
good
a good
reward.
incentive. You need a good
Yeah.
incentive.
All right. That sounds good. We can do that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Um.
In summary, it's been
Yeah.
yeah, it was yeah. I've come to terms
Winning
with
is
it.
just an emotional fucking time, dog. Jesus, seeing this person you grew up with just making their last stand and not giving up, but letting it go.
Yeah, just accepting. Like it's
Yeah.
acceptance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Damn,
I
dude.
find it poetic.
It
Um,
is. It is. I mean, it's very good storytelling, very good, writing all of that. There's such a huge viewership of it, and it's growing too, right?
yeah, WWE's been like selling out, making the most money out of their revenues that they've made ever. So the
Yeah,
company is doing pretty well.
yeah,
So
that's cool.
so yeah, man. Yep,
That's
John
cool,
Cena.
dude.
Once you literally can't see him anymore,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Now you cannot see him. Yeah.
Shit.
Damn, dude, what a crazy. I didn't really have, nothing this weekend really can live up to what you went through. I did not really do much in comparison. I'm
Dude,
trying to
but
think.
then
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that there's like some thing in Australia with social media ban though. Like,
Yeah, we can change
like
topics for that one. Yeah, so I was looking up it's just some topics to discuss because we have been doing some current events. And one of them was that there's a social media ban in Australia, and they had talked about it, I think, for a couple of years, but it actually took effect now. So I believe if you're 16 or under, you cannot use social media. Now I don't know if there's a way to get around it, like with parents' consent, maybe.
Yeah.
Let me do a quick Google of that really fast.
Yeah, I was
But
genuinely surprised
yeah,
that this was actually implemented because I know that the EU's been talking about this for the past many years.
yeah, you
Uh,
can't set up new accounts, and the existing profiles are deactivated across TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and Threads. YouTube. Wow, they're including YouTube in social media.
which is weird
Bro,
because YouTube
that makes
has a
sense.
YouTube Kids platform, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah. So maybe they could use YouTube Kids still, but the government says will reduce the negative impact of social media's design features that encourage young people to spend more time on screens. I mean, that is a fact. Like these platforms, all the money comes from advertising. They want you on these platforms. Like that is where the money is for them. So they
for
do have an
sure,
incentive to keep you on.
for sure.
Um,
Hey, is this not
wow.
probation? Just literally.
I think it's
Uh,
just banned. Yeah.
I mean, oh,
Fully.
sorry. I mean like prohibition, like alcohol, like
Oh,
related to
prohibition. Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
prohibition,
I
like
mean, it's like the
with
same idea too.
alcohol.
How you can't have alcohol if you're under 18, right? In Australia, maybe it's less, but in the U.S. it's 21. You can't have cigarettes if you're under 18 or under 21. They're doing it like that. It's like this is content that it could affect, or maybe they believe it affects how you grow up, affects your brain chemistry
Sure.
as you're developing. They want to avoid it. I mean, it's not unnormal to ban kids from doing things
Or
that
do they
they
want?
that people think are dangerous, right?
Does the government want people to immigrate out of to somewhere else, out
Dude,
of
dude,
Australia
I
or
mean,
something?
I see. I actually don't know if I don't support this. I just think like I might actually be in supporting a ban if you can draw evidence that social media does actually cause issues in development and issues in teenagers, right? I don't know if there's evidence of that, but if that evidence existed, I would support this because alcohol, smoking, you can't do that if you're underage, and I agree. That age should be maybe 16, 18, 21. You know, I don't know what the age should be. I prefer like the 16-year-old thing for drinking and all of that. But if social media is shown to have negative effects, it should be banned for kids. I would agree with this.
The initial thought that came to my head, which
Yeah.
even though I support limiting social media usage for
Hmm.
especially for younger folks, because Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, the amount of influence that one person can have over kids online
Yeah.
with whatever they say,
Sure.
like what the fuck? It's too much power.
It
Um,
can be a lot of power. Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing that came to my mind is okay, what about kids interacting with each other? Because a lot of our bonds as kids
Yeah.
were through social media, like forming like groups there
Like
or
messenger group
yeah,
chats, right?
Messenger,
Xbox
AIM or
Live.
whatever.
Yeah.
And those I think those kinds of experiences you can have good ones, you can have bad ones for sure, but there are definitely a lot of good ones you can
Yeah.
create
I'm
through
reading
social
this though.
media.
Well, it says specifically that YouTube Kids is not banned, and also WhatsApp. So like WhatsApp texting, I'm guessing you can still do texting platforms. I think what they're really targeting with this is like that experience when you're just scrolling, like the doom
Mm,
scrolling type experience. That's what I imagine is because like Reddit, for example, we're not using Reddit to message each other, right?
no, we're
Like we're
just
not using YouTube to
doom
message each other.
scrolling.
Yeah, like we're kind of doom scrolling. That's where I imagine like trying to put myself in these lawmakers' shoes. That's my guess, but it is extreme, right? Like I think this is one of the first in the world where they're doing this. I know China's tried to have gaming bans in the
Oh
past,
hell no.
um, which is why I think mobile gaming took over, right? I think people went to like mobile gaming over in China because they were banning computer usage for people for video games. So I thought it was just like an interesting thing to talk about because it is a big deal, especially I don't know. I feel like we both know people who work at these companies, like in tech companies. Uh,
I
yeah. What do you
I
think?
I think that social media, like the traditional social media, not just like a messaging platform, but like seeing things in your feed, seeing
Yeah.
like whatever let's say ads or just like kinds of messages that strangers are targeting towards a specific group of people.
Yeah, because they do that.
There
They do target kids with advertising.
yeah,
That is a thing.
there
Yeah.
needs to be accountability for like the things you
Hmm.
say that can influence other people. And with kids, because kids don't know any better because they're still developing their brains and you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
and trying to be grow into maturity. Like Yeah, like can get them off social media, man.
Yeah, I mean, like that's I don't know. See, like I would want. I think it's really hard because social media is such a new concept, right? We've had alcohol for a while, you know.
Mm,
That one you had lots of data to look at, like, oh, this is a poison. Like you had the prohibition back in the 1900s, right? Like in the U.S., it is that it can cause damage to you, right? It is a problem. Like, of course, we should ban that for kids. Social media has only been around since what, like
2005,
2006,
3, yeah,
2005?
maybe
Yeah, it's
3.
like,
MySpace.
dude, compared to alcohol or like cigarettes, that's not a lot of time. So it's just too new. Like, and again, like I don't know if you've ever talked to your parents about smoking, but when my parents grew up in the 70s and 80s, smoking was not seen as being dangerous. Like doctors said it was okay to smoke. That's only like a very like the big cigarette companies and big tobacco were pushing these narratives.
Mm,
Like they didn't know it was actually unhealthy to smoke until I think like the mid late 80s. Like there's a
damn.
huge like campaign to make it, it's like, oh, this is safe, it's fine. And it was not fine. It was causing cancer, right? And now in the US, you can't even advertise smoking, it's illegal. So there was a big push. I think
Yeah.
social media, you might have a similar story where people really don't know the effects. If you look at any big study published, like I've looked at a couple social media harm over time, and the one who's funding it is usually Facebook, right? It's usually like TikTok. Like they're the ones that actually fund a lot of the research, which is similar to what was happening with cigarettes back in the day. So I just don't think people actually know what the answer is of is it harming children?
Yeah,
Like is
so
it
let's
making
try it.
children? Yeah,
Let's try it. If it's so new and we
yeah.
don't know anything about it and long-term effects, let's try the thing.
Well, one
It,
thing we do know is like people are getting lonelier, right? There are lots of studies of this. Like younger
eh,
people are getting lonelier.
male
People are having less
epidemic,
sex.
male
Yeah,
loneliness
exactly.
epidemic.
There is lots of evidence about that. And the question is like, is this a natural thing? Is social media a part of that? Like, probably, I would assume to some level. I don't know though if it's like, oh, because people are, have anxiety or they're depressed, do they use social media more? Like, is it a chicken and egg situation? It's hard. Like, I
At
don't
the
know
end
if
of
there's
the
a definitive
day,
answer.
it's a tool.
Yeah.
Like social media is
Yeah.
like a form of tool that you use to get some kind of emotion or a
Yeah.
feeling out of it, and that could be feeling like you're not alone because there's like a stream happening and you can interact with someone, right? So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like yeah, it's a tool that serves a purpose.
Sure. Sure.
And if there's a problem, then there could be
But I don't think
other.
like Twitch. Yeah, Twitch wasn't banned though. I think like entertainment, like TV and all that stuff. I think social media. I would say it's like a different type of entertainment, right? Like Twitch, I think is allowed still in Australia. You
So
can still
so
watch
so
TV
kids
and
can
stuff.
kids can still like
I think they can watch Twitch. Yeah.
13, 10-year-olds can still sign up for Twitch.
Yeah, let's look. I know. I don't think Twitch was part of it. I think that they don't count Twitch as social media. I think that they're really just targeting what I was like the doom scrolling type content.
Hmm.
Because yeah, Twitch is not on the list of companies that are banned and products.
I don't think kids should
So
be on Twitch. You need some
I mean,
parental
yeah,
consent for that stuff.
yeah. I mean, I
That's
think I think you might need parental consent for Twitch though, because all these platforms you still need parental consent to be on. Like,
hmm.
what is it? Facebook? Like you still needed that. What was it called? There was like a parental consent um, for Facebook. Oh, what's the act called? I think if you're under 13. Yeah, you have to be at least 13. Under 13 security. It's like a US law. Yeah, COPPA. Yeah, get those lights, dog. I got you. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule. So there is like a thing in the US called COPPA, which is if you're 13 or under, you have to have like your parents' consent to make any
Yeah.
account online. So that already exists, but it's not a straight out ban, right? So it's very different.
I think at the crux of it, yeah, I'd support it. I'd support it. Yeah,
A
try
ban?
try
Yeah, I mean, we'll
getting rid
see.
of it for a few years and see how life is.
Yeah,
Cuz
it's sad though because go for it.
like we have to think about the pros and cons. So one of the
Yeah,
cons is maybe you lose access to seeing online groups or being able to interact or see certain types of content that
sure.
may just be helpful, right? Like not every kind of content that you see on social media is bad. So, there's a con of
Yeah,
losing access to that. So I would think, well, there are probably other avenues to get that's likely still
yeah,
as accessible.
yeah.
So,
Maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to think like because I mean the fact that WhatsApp and texting, like, you can still do all of that. You can still communicate with people.
Yeah, you could still share
Um,
things on that.
yeah, yeah, you can still share
What if
things.
you message someone who's like 20 and then they could like, since they have access to social media, they could like share whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, what you'll probably see is you'll see Twitch streamers live streaming YouTube Shorts and live streaming TikTok.
For all the homies
Yeah,
in
for all
Australia.
the for all the underage homies in Australia, dude. Bro,
Yeah, we
bro,
got
I might
you.
have to make an account on
Oh
Twitch, dude.
my
That's probably yeah. You can charge a sub, and then if they sub to you, you can put in their own like their search term they give you.
Oh my god. True.
Dude, that will
Dude,
probably
what a
happen.
business model.
That will probably happen. I mean, they'll probably detect it and ban you, but for a little bit, dude. Yeah, and also like honestly too, this is in China. When I was over in China, dude, like Google, YouTube, it's all banned, but you can get a VPN. Kids are smart. If they really want to look at YouTube, if they really want to look at TikTok, they'll get a VPN. You know,
Yeah, kids who know about VPNs and
but the kids will talk. Like also like
oh, for sure.
Pornhub was banned in Texas, right? Like Pornhub's banned in a few U.S. states. They all, if you really want to find it, you just like Google it. The first thing, like the first
Oh,
answer
for sure.
is gonna be get a VPN.
For sure.
So I have no doubt they'll, if they really want access, they'll get it.
Yeah, well,
So
even though
yeah.
like people who want it will still find a way to get it,
Hmm.
like this ban will still have a pretty big effect on the general population because it's like the same
Yeah.
thing with advertisements. Advertisements work because like on the
Yeah.
general population, it'll reach whoever it needs to reach, and for the people
Hmm.
that want to ignore it, they'll find ways to ignore it.
I'm
Like
on uBlock,
yeah,
dog. I'm
they'll
on
use
uBlock
uBlock,
Origin.
but it's like
Yep.
few people that actually like try to engage and put in the effort. There are fewer
Yeah.
people that do that. So
Yeah.
if
Lots
the
of people
law
in the world
says,
too.
"Hey, no more social media accounts for underage," then
Sure.
most people will be like, "Oh, okay, I guess I can't sign up for this anymore." But you'll
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
have your
Yeah.
niche of like the wills who like clone your games for you and burn them to
Yeah. There we
CDs, right?
go.
If you really want it.
Or the same as like, people always had older siblings who would buy them alcohol or cigarettes,
Yeah.
right? They'll start using an older sibling's phone to look at TikTok. I agree. I think I related. I think like relating it just to like cigarette bans and alcohol bans for underage people is a very fair thing.
I'd love
And
to
yeah, I
see the
support it.
results.
Let's see
I'd
what
love to see the
happens.
results and just I mean,
Because
even to
it
me,
is,
like it's toxic for me
yeah.
a lot of the time
I
too.
mean, I don't have Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't have any of that because even YouTube Shorts for me is a lot. The time, dude. I hop on there so much time. Like an hour goes by so fast, dude. These algorithms are insane. The way they grab your attention. Like I can't handle myself. So yeah, I don't have TikTok. I'm terrible. I have to like ban. I have like an extension on Firefox that removes YouTube Shorts from YouTube because I don't have the self control and it just takes over. I think
This
I'm
is a
more
good
prone to it.
self-control practice. It's like
Yeah.
literally just keep it out of sight. Because if
I
it's
mean, I
in
just like
sight,
junk food too.
it's
Yeah.
the same thing with junk food. If you want to
Yeah.
stop eating junk food, stop buying it. Don't put it in the house
Yeah.
because if it's in the house, you're going to eat it. So just
Dude,
keep
and
it out
then
of sight.
but then you move in with your girlfriend who always keeps snacks in the house, and then you get fat again, dude. It's rough. It's rough out here. But yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
from
yeah,
personal
yeah.
experience, uh-oh.
No, it's not a
Uh-oh.
big
No,
deal.
yeah,
I've been to
this
her a
is a
long time.
friend
Don't
about it.
worry.
Oh, it's real. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not that big of a deal. But I did just take some of her cheesy poofs. I like half the bag. Hopefully she doesn't figure it out.
Nah, she doesn't
Okay,
listen to
she won't
this.
listen far enough in this
No,
podcast to
nah.
hear it.
She she gets to like 10 minutes and she's like, yeah, all right, I've had enough.
So yeah, I don't want to listen to this about fucking John Cena. I'm out of here.
See, this is why like all the like people like front load all of their viewing. It's like you listen for the first
Yeah,
3 5 minutes, so get the most
yeah.
important part in
Yeah,
those
yeah,
first
yeah,
few
yeah, yeah.
minutes.
We got a good amount of it. That was important.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I support this social media ban though. I think it was a fun to talk about. Like I think I kind of grew up on Facebook in a way, and personally, like it
you
made me.
both
And this is
did.
my experience with it. It made me kind of sad sometimes to be on Facebook scrolling, seeing the enjoyment everybody else has in
Sure,
life.
same, same.
And it probably did more harm than good for me personally. Whereas things like Xbox Live, because we're actually doing an activity together, we're chatting. Like it's not this endless browsing. Like you're actually doing an activity together. I think that's a big distinction for me of why, Xbox wasn't banned, for example. I think this like pure social media, pure consumption and just being in this kind of like state of consuming content one after another,
It's
it can be
self-destruction
harmful.
cycle. It's
Yeah,
literally a
literally, and
self-destruction
people
cycle.
relate it to gambling, like slot machines.
It
Like,
is
there's a
very
very
addicting. I'm
similar thing, like this
addicted.
dopamine
Like,
hit. Dude, we're all addicted though. That's just we have phones in our pocket. Dude. We're all fucking addicted. No one knows how it affects us yet because it's too new.
but
So we'll
it is
see.
like talking about this, and just the more we get reminded of how addictive and destructive they are, that it helps
Yeah,
me make little steps, here and there to get them more out of my life, and
yeah,
put
it's
in
good to
things that
disconnect.
make me more happy. So, even though I do have an addiction, that it's good to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, we're all we all enjoy even though alcohol is literally toxic to
No,
us,
it's not. No, it's not.
right?
It's healthy. It's healthy. I don't even know
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I'm on
but
a alcohol break right now. I should like be doing
yeah,
something
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Are you taking a break right now?
Yeah, I'm on like a 2 week break.
Good for
So
you.
I used to drink like, usually on the weekends, but I'm just trying to test something out.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I think
just
that's very healthy, dude. I've definitely done like no months of drinking just to try it out. Like you can do um, dry January after New Year's is a big deal.
mm.
So,
Yeah,
but
there have
yeah, I
been
mean,
some stuff I've noticed about myself, and I'm like, I just want to see how,
yeah,
abstaining
yeah,
from
yeah.
alcohol will change things. So,
Dude, I would also challenge you. I was doing this because I wasn't working for a bit. Just do a day of no phone. Can't use your
mm.
phone. No phone at all. And then even I tried no internet one time too, like no screens at all. I've like played around with that. There's no screen usage at all during the whole day.
Yeah, I should probably save. I'll try that for like the days we do this podcast. So then, like, I just don't see you at all.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be
There we go. And I
wonderful.
can't contact you at all
That'd
either,
be
and you can't contact me.
wonderful.
Actually, you can give me a phone call, and you have a phone. You still have a landline connection.
I do
You can use a
not.
landline.
I do not. We still have our
Yeah,
old phone, like our home
yeah,
phone, but I've
yeah.
canceled the
Yeah, dude,
plans.
so exactly like that.
So,
That's how ingrained these screens are. Even to call somebody, you have to whip out your iPhone or your Android phone and fucking see a screen.
no, actually, here's a
So
promise. I'll take you up on that day, like of not using like the phone at all. Um,
yeah, you
you
should
know,
try it.
but yeah,
It sucks, but yeah,
yeah, I'll
it was just
find a
really
day and then I'll
for me to
report
see how
back on it.
addicted I am. Yeah, yeah. So all right, so are you gonna do no phone or like no screens? So can you still use like your computer? What? How strict are we gonna be about this? What did you and don't no phone is a great place to start. Don't go too crazy because it's especially if you're working, right?
Yeah,
You need a
I'll do
computer.
no phones. Yeah, I mean, I'll pick a day then and just like focus on things that don't require a phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Try it.
building some
Try it.
furniture or studying a book kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Try
so
try a no phone day and just yeah report
and
back.
then I'll report back.
It's hard. I did it when I did it. I played poker at this bar near me. They do like these poker tournaments,
Yeah.
and I went to one of them. And it's a tournament style, so once you lose, you can just leave. I ended up getting into like the final table, the top six, and then my girlfriend because it was like midnight, it was getting late,
Yeah.
or no, maybe 11:30. But I didn't bring my phone with me, and like she was already home, so she had to walk down like 10 minutes and come to the bar where I was playing, and she's like, "Hey, like, can you come home?" Which was pretty funny, and all the guys were making fun of me and shit
She
because I
was
didn't have my
aware.
phone.
She was aware you were doing the no phone.
I told her because I'm like, I'm
Okay.
gonna go to this poker tournament.
Yeah.
Like, if I do well, as you keep like, you keep playing. If you're doing well,
That's
right? Like, if you
nice.
don't bust out, you keep going. And
If
I'm
you
like,
don't
yeah, like
bust
if you
out,
want
you
to go
keep
to sleep, come pick me up. Because it's crazy how often you use your phone, dude. Like, I wouldn't have a way to call my parents honestly if I didn't have my phone on me. Like,
and
if I
I'm
wasn't gonna use
aware
a
that
phone
when
for
I'm using it half the time, I'm like, why am I using my bloody phone?
dude, it's
It's
Zoe has
yeah.
like this thing too. My girlfriend, she has this like app on her phone where if she's using, I think Google Chrome, she
Mm,
has to like any browser, she has to allow herself access,
mm.
and it has a timer built in. And then once the timer hits, like the screen goes black, and it takes like 30 seconds to use it again, and it works really well. Like it kind of snaps you out of that doom scroll phase when you have to actually take a 30-second break.
My
It's very
brain.
effective,
I bet my
but
brain would just get annoyed by that and stop doing
and
it.
then so I would too. I get so pissed
Yeah,
off when I'm using your
exactly. So
phone.
it's like ineffective.
Yeah, I mean, it works really well for her though. So some people,
Yeah.
everyone's different.
Cool,
How
man.
we
Well,
doing on
yeah, I'll report
time?
back. I'll report back,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I
and
gotta
maybe
bounce,
by
dude. We
next
can,
episode we'll see, or maybe the
dude. Yeah,
next
you
two
should
episodes
try.
we'll
Try
see.
pick a weekend day.
Yeah,
Especially during the holidays is a good time because family will be around. Maybe we'll get into holidays too next episode about what we're doing.
sounds good, man.
How was that? Yeah, we talked about John Cena a little bit, WWE. We got into the social media ban.
Yeah, and I'm trying to respect your time because I know you got some stuff
I
to
still have to
do.
go. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
No.
I'll bounce in a couple minutes. Yeah.
Not me pretty good. It's like
Bro, we
50
never did our
minutes in.
intro. We never did a little intro. Should we do it now? And
Yeah,
I
let's
can
do it
chop
now.
it and copy and paste it to the
Yeah.
front.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, you lead it this time because I did it last time.
Yeah, well, welcome back to the Water and Time podcast featuring your hosts. I'm Will.
I'm Alan, episode 4 of Water and
Yeah,
Time.
we're ready to flow with you. So keep your mind open and the water flowing.
Sit back,
Coming,
and
dripping.
before you know it, time will have
Yeah.
passed.
Time will pass. We'll
That's-
work on that post op. And then now
There
should we
it
say
is.
bye?
Alright, yeah, see y'all later.
All right, have a good one. See you next week.
Peace.
Bye.